And just like that, folks, here's another box opening video from Less Magic More Gathering. I am Brian, and today we are going to do Throne of Eldraine. A little bit behind the curve on this, only because I bought this while I was on my deployment and did not have a chance to open it for a video. So we went ahead and did Theros Beyond Death, knocked that out of the way, and now we're going to move on to this one. I really like this set. There's a lot of unique cards here, a lot of good foils, especially the Showcase, and even some of the borderless cards. I forget what they're called. Yeah, the borderless ones. But there's some really high valued cards here. So we're going to jump right into this and see what kind of stuff we can pull out of this box. I'm going to do another video down the road, which is going to be a bundle of Throne of Eldraine along with the pre-release pack that I got. So for right now, we're going to crack into this box and let's just hope we get some stuff. I got my web page up. We can scroll through and see the general prices of some of these, hopefully some high valued cards. I'm a real big collector, real big fan of the foils, especially the unique ones. I don't know if you've seen some of these showcase foils, but they are pretty awesome. If you like foils, I know I do. I've already said this 100 times, but I'll say it again. And I do want to apologize. Last video apologized, but I'm going to continue to apologize because I don't know how many people were really into our videos before we went on this deployment, but sometimes duty calls. So we got a little bit behind what we were doing. We're going to revamp a lot of what we planned on doing beforehand to be a little bit more, you know, kind of get in there. Keith's going to do a handful of stuff his own way. I'm going to do a handful of stuff my way. I'm going to be mostly pack openings and mostly things like that because that's what I like to do. So let's just go ahead and get into this first one. I'm going to blaze through this as fast as I can. I know the videos can sometimes be a little dragging, but either way, we're going to get some stuff. Oh, don't bump my camera box. That would be a shame. Alright, so fly to the back. I already see a foil. Can you believe it? Foil. Yay! Alright, let's move some of these down here so you can see them in the camera. And whatever. Right there, you can see those. I'll put these commons up there out of the way. So we've got Covetous Urge. Our first uncommon. Got Turn into a Pumpkin. Hey, a pumpkin! Mysterious Pathlighter. And Return of the Wild Speaker, Garruk for our rare. It's always good to see Garruk back in the game. Some people don't like him. I thought he was pretty cool. I think it's because I'm a big fan of green, strong decks. So essentially what his card does is an instant spell. Choose one, draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control, or non-human creatures you control get a +3/+3 until turn. So another card based on green stompy. Pretty decent, useful. Trust me, it will be, I'm sure. And our foil that came in this pack is Weaselback Redcap. Okay, and of course we got a token, food token, yay. And a swamp. A swamp. Let's maybe put the foils and the rares down here so you guys can get a good look at those. Which, not really see much of them. It's kind of faded, or kind of distorted, I guess you'd say. So, I don't think Return to the Wild Speaker's a high-valued card. I'm looking for stuff like the Brazen Borrower and Oko, of course, Fabled Passage. Anything that's extended art or borderless, the stuff like that's really unique. Those are the bonus ones we're going to look for. But on top of just that, Brazen Borrower right now is a $22 card. Embercleave. Oko has a $16 card, Fabled Passage $16 card. I just opened a pack the other day. I got a Fabled Passage, so nothing too wrong about getting a $16 land card. The Great Henge. So there's a lot of different ones we can find here, but we're just gonna see what we get. And I got another foil. Can't be mad about that. We got Skull Knocker Ogre, Marrowleaf Pixie, the old Pixie right there, Sage of the Falls. And our rare is a Castle Lock Twain. These castle cards are pretty unique. I think these are only like $1 or $2 maybe. I don't want to go searching forever. I'm going to leave this front page open. I'm going to go one more page and see if we can find it. I don't think it's worth more than $1 or $2, so it's probably going to be Questing Beast is another one. Oh, hold on. Nope. So Castle Lock Twain extended ours to $10. We did not have that one. We got the regular Castle Lock Twain, so I'm guessing it's maybe $2. Alright, so it's not in there. No big deal. And we do have a uncommon foil, which is also nice. Uncommons are great to get. Exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or greater. I guess I could read Castle Lock Twain. This is as enters battlefield, untap. As enters the battlefield, tapped unless you control a swamp. So, useful, and you can add it for swamp, or you can pay 1 and 2 swamp, then tap this land card, draw a card, then you lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. So, essentially, it's more of a I needed to draw a card because I have nothing to play, but you'll lose 1 life because you only have 1 card in hand, so not bad. Can be useful. More food tokens. Alright, I'm bumping my camera again. Stop bumping it, big dummy. Let me scoot my stuff down a little bit, make some room. Alright, we've got Wondermare. Whoop, get in the middle here. Wondermare. Flaxen Intruder. It's one of the adventure cards. Of course, you all should know about this. This set's been out for 3 months now. Order of Midnight, which is a showcase card, which is nice. Cute. See how it got a little different border to it. But the foil ones are really ridiculous looking. I just like the way they look. They got a unique look to them. So anytime I can get those, I'm pumped. We got a Clackbridge Troll right there for the rare. And this guy is a 5-drop Trample Haste creature troll. When Clackbridge Troll enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3 0/1 white goat creature tokens. At the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap Clackbridge Troll, you gain 3 life, and you draw a card. Now, there's a reason why they force them to give them these creatures, because you're paying 5 for an 8/8 Trample Haste. That's just stupid crazy. So, obviously, you're giving them these goats, these goats, so that they can kind of keep you at bay for a turn or two. But how long is that going to last? Who knows? But that's pretty nasty. And we got another uncommon foil, Righteous. I won't read it because I'm not going to read all the cards, just the rares. Righteous. There you go, another foil. 3 out of 3 packs. So we got a land, and we got a Garruk Cursed Huntsman token. Is it a token? Or emblem, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said token. Emblem. I don't know where the old Clackbridge Troll. It's a good card. It's actually pretty mean. I'm still learning a lot about some of these decks, or set cards, because I haven't got a chance to really do anything with them yet. I've been on that deployment, and I just haven't done much. So what are you going to do? Now, I could search for these, but I really don't want to search for every stinking card, so we're just going to leave it at the front on some of these. I kind of got an idea which ones are the higher-ended cards. But either way, don't know where I'm going to be on my video upgrade, but I plan on trying to get a better layout. So hopefully I can put prices in the corner for the cards as they come across the screen, so you can kind of get an idea what they're worth instead of me just telling you about them like the few that I find, because it could take me forever to get stuff looked up. It doesn't really rotate that fast, or it doesn't go through the system fast. So we got Lucky Clover, Arcanist Owl, Trail of Crumbs, the old Trail of Crumbs, and Oathsworn Knight. We got an Oathsworn Knight here, and he is a rare creature, Human Knight, 3-drop. Oathsworn Knight enters the battlefield with 4 1/1 counters on it. Oathsworn Knight attacks each combat if able. If damage would be dealt to Oathsworn Knight while has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove a +1/+1 counter. So he's a 0/0, so he's kind of not that strong, but if you can find a way to pump him up with counters and he's getting dealt that damage, you just remove a counter. So, I mean, granted, it's eventually going to die, but I think there's pluses to this. I'm not sure. Dang, that was way out of camera. I'm sorry. I think there's some pluses to how these characters work. There's another creature that has this ability, I think in a previous set, but I can't remember which one it is. If you can think about it, remember what it is, write it down. I could be wrong. Maybe I just saw this one in play and I'm thinking the same creature, but it might not be. I don't know. And we do have our first foil showcase. So as you can see, it's a showcase common card, but I just like the way the foils are designed for this. It's really high gloss. There's a lot of reflection in here, but if you can see, there's just a lot of foil shine to this. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan, so I'm pretty pumped. I got another one out of this pack. I went ahead and bought some. I jumped the gun and I bought some, but I haven't got any fresh pack ones. This is my first. It's only a common, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, move that over to the foil pile. Got a land, and we have a Knight token. Oathsworn Knight. Why do I feel like I've seen that? It was probably the extended art. Knowing me, I don't think he's high up there on value. Okay. Old Questing Beast. Yeah, opened that one out of the pack. Can you believe that? 3 packs, and I got a Questing Beast and a... No, it was 4 packs. $30 worth of cards out of 4 packs. Can't complain. I mean, really, that's good stuff. Nope. Okay, I don't see him on the first one. So, let's skip back to the uncommons. We got Epic Downfall, non-foil this time. Shepherd of the Flock, another adventure option. We got Sir Conrad the Grim. I think it's Sire, probably Sire. And then we have Black Lance Paragon for our rare. He is a human knight creature, 2-drop. As flash, when Black Lance Paragon enters the battlefield, target knight gains Death Touch until gains Death Touch and life until end of turn. So we've got that option again. So remember we had that with, I forget which pirate it was. You could target pirates, and I think that was what gave them Death Touch. I don't know if they gave them lifelink, but this one similar to that. Not bad. Pretty useful card. Planes and an adventure token. On an adventure. Woo! Let's pull from this stack over here. Okay. Come on, give me some good stuff. Alright. So we've got Embereth Shieldbreaker. That's that guy right there. He's another adventure option. Joust. Inspiring Veteran. And our rare is Fires of Invention. And that would be a 4-drop enchantment. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. Well, that's kind of a hindrance. What benefit do we get out of that? And you ask, I will read the bottom. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. Pretty effective. Now, you only can play 2 per turn, and you can't play on their turn, but you can play literally everything out of your hand for free, based on the number of lands you have. That's not bad, especially if they're all low-ended cards. You can get a little squirrely. I'm sure there's a way we can find use for that card in a silly deck. And a Plains card, and some random filler card. Filler cards, I love filler cards. Get over there, trash. I feel like my box is moved. Actually, I need to bring that box back up here. I apologize. I meant to leave that right there. So in case you weren't too sure exactly what I was opening, it's Throne of Eldraine right there. See it? Just in case. Hey, look. They brought Fling back. Yay! Missed it. It was so important in my life. Not really. We got Claim the Firstborn. That sounds vile. Oakham Ranger? Oakham? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sire Eleanor of the Discerning. And we've got Vantress Gargoyle for our rare. That's a 2-drop artifact creature gargoyle. Flying. Vantress Gargoyle can't attack unless defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Well, that's kind of crappy. So you have to really... I mean, that's an early drop. That's 2-drop. Alright, what's the disadvantage to this card? Vantress Gargoyle can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. You can tap it. Each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. So you can essentially make them mill their stuff. Put this in a heavy mill deck, and this chick's flying for 5/4 pretty early in the game. That's not bad. I wonder what that one's worth. I feel like she's worth a little more than most. And a human token. Let's scroll through here real quick. See if we find the Vantress Gargoyle. Although I've already got a pretty gnarly mill deck put together, but throwing that beast in there, that might anger some of my players, my friends. They might be like, okay, you gotta get rid of that card. I like the one I've got put together too. She's not in here in the top 2 pages, so she's not over $10. Let's see, Castle Vantress. No, wrong card. Are you down here, Vantress Gargoyle? Doesn't look like it. Apparently she's not worth as much as I thought. No worries. Moving right along. Alright, and scroll to the back. We've got Animating Fairy. This one is also, I think, a target Nope, that's something else. Animating Fairy, Elite Headhunter. That guy right there. That's a good card. Savvy Hunter. And then Stolen by the Fae. So this is a sorcery card. It's an X cost, 2 islands and an X. Return target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. You create X/1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying. So you can technically put like a large creature back in someone's hand and then throw in a bunch of fairies. So it's kind of like a 1-for-1 swap. But that might be a better, especially if they don't have any defending of flyers. It's not a bad little turnaround. That's a good card. I like it. I put it in the wrong pile. Come on, Brian, figure it out. Brian, no, you're making slow play. Alright, it's forced and a food token. Nom 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 nom. Alright. I might be a little rusty in my videos, I apologize. It's been a while since I got one put together, so just bear with me. Alright, so I did it again. I guess I not did it again, I did it the first time. What the heck is wrong with you? Stop putting stuff in the wrong spot, idiot! Alright, we've got Inquisitive Puppet. He's a puppet. We've got Venerable Knight. We've got Grumgully the Generous. That's kind of a cool card. There's a lot of collars in that. I wonder if I can find that foil. I bet you that foil is pretty gnarly. And we've got Sundering Strobe. Or Stroke. I read it quick. Sundering Stroke, 7-drop. Dang, sorcery. Sundering Stroke deals 7 damage. 7 damage for 7. Divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. If at least 7 red mana was spent to cast this spell, instead, Sundering Stroke deals 7 damage to each of those permanents and or players. Dang! Yeah, that'll hurt. That's a game changer if you've got the mana build-up. I don't like that one. And a Dwarf token. These tokens are getting so much better. I don't know if I think it started with War of the Spark. I'm thinking, and then 2020, or was it 2020? M20. I don't know, but they're neat. The tokens are much more detailed, so I'm liking the way they went with those. Digging the tokens. Oops, I dropped some of my packaging. I got another foil. We got Giant Opportunity. Sage of the Falls. Sir Alyn Lion's Claw. And Lovestruck Beast, an adventure. Our first rare adventure, I believe. Lovestruck Beast, a 2-drop creature, but for its adventure, it's a sorcery. Its Heart's Desire is the sorcery. Create a 1/1 white human creature token. So you're like, okay, then exile this card. So, okay, explains you how to do the adventure. You guys should know that. So once you've played the sorcery option, it's exiled, and then you can pay 3, and Lovestruck Beast can't attack unless you control a 1/1 creature. So essentially, you're putting yourself a 1/1 creature out there and then playing him for 3, and now he can attack. He's a 5/5 for 3 cost, but you have to play the adventure first or have other creatures out there. If you don't, this helps you get that. So that's a pretty neat little idea. And we got Wicked Guardian Foil. Foils are all good, always, for me, but definitely like those showcase ones. I'm hoping I get to pull one of these borderless or extended art ones. I'd be super stoked. Special edition. Can't complain. Alright. Moving right along. Steelclaw Lance. Sir Farron Hingehammer. I think I'm getting all these sirs for each color. Or sires. Sire. They're sires. Burning Yard Trainer. And Bone Crusher Giant, our second adventure. I like this guy. He works well in a deck I put together for Amplifier. If you remember what Amplifier does, it allows you to, once it's on the field of play, you search your deck. You flip through your deck at the start of your upkeep, and you reveal a creature card, and whatever creature card comes into play, or whatever creature card it is, Amplifier gets twice its power and twice its toughness for that turn. So essentially, Amplifier is 1/1. This guy, you draw him, 4/3. It's a good card to have in there. Amplifier is an 8/6 for that turn. You can give it flying, give it unblockable, something that makes it beneficial to make that creature pumped, which is what I did my deck around. But he also is pretty useful in his own right. So if you don't use him in that aspect and you have him in hand, you can pay 2, damage can't be prevented this turn, and you can deal 2 damage to any target. So you can remove a creature, then exile, and then play him for 3. It says when Bone Crusher Giant becomes the target of a spell, or Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 target of a spell, Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So now he's a 4/3, and if they target him with something like Skewer the Critics, or I think Lightning Strike's gone right now, but anything that's a damaging spell, you're dealing 2 damage to that controller. So this guy's pretty effective. I think he's like a $3 card right now, but like a showcase version of him is like 6 or 7. I've got one of each. I got some cards from an auction on eBay, and I got some of him together. So he's a really nice card, but I threw him in that deck. I know I'm talking a lot about the deck I put together, but you'll have that. I'm a talker, okay? But he's a decent one. He's pretty good for that deck. Low cost, got a 4/3, makes your Amplifier pretty strong. So can't complain. Good stuff with that guy. And we got a boar. Little Peggy. Alright, we are into the next pack. We got a Shambling Suit. We got a Mystical Dispute. Mad Ratter. And Opportunistic Dragon. 4-drop. Creature Flying Dragon. When Opportunistic Dragon enters the battlefield, choose target hunter. I can't read, I'm sideways. Target human or artifact an opponent controls. For as long as Opportunistic Dragon remains on the battlefield, gain control of that permanent. It loses all abilities and it can't attack or block. So, kind of a weird way to say it, but you're essentially exiling it. So you gain control of it and while he's on the battlefield. So, a couple things can apply. You can just kill it or use it as sacrificial something to really take away the creature, or it's just an exile essentially. But it's pretty useful. Not a high valued cost card, but it's a pretty useful card to have in a deck. Not bad to go in my 4/3 mostly deck with Amplifier. A little higher in price, but it has some options, so I might invest in that one. And we got a True Love's Kiss foil with a land and a rat. Look at my pretty little rat. Me. So far, I'm kind of bummed. I think I've been through how many packs now, and I've got none of the high-valued cards. I don't think. The closest one so far that I've seen, at least by no, is the Bone Crusher Giant. Now, some of those other ones, I didn't scroll all the way down. They might be worth a little more. By all means, comment on the video and let me know if I'm completely way off. Maybe I just missed one. Maybe it's an $8 card and I just missed the cut searching through. But like I said, I'm not going to waste my time searching through because it's just too much searching. So, whatever. We have Enchanted Carriage right there. We got Archon of Absolution, pretty cool. Loch Dragon, take that. And we got Ayara, First of Loch Twain. We still haven't got a mythic. I don't think I've got a mythic. Maybe I overlooked it. I didn't see one. So we've got a legendary creature. I think this is our first legendary, Elf Noble. I'm going to go back through and make sure I'm not completely jacked up here. 3 swamps to play this card. Whenever Ayara, First of Loch Twain, or another black creature enters the battlefield, under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So we got this life gain thing coming back. So there's a card that happens to be the same thing, essentially from an older set, from I think it's Battle for Zendikar. It's a vampire-based, or it's ally-based, so ally cards come into play. You gain a life, opponents lose a life. Pretty good card. Having that come back, and a little stronger than the other one. That was only 1/1. But it's a 3-drop, and you can tap it and sacrifice another black creature, draw a card. So if you're shooting for a lot of tokens and you're using this as a way to plus up your life, black creatures coming in, and then you can sacrifice them and draw a card. So that's hugely beneficial. And we have our first rare foil. Now it's not a showcase, so I'm slightly disappointed, but it's okay. It's still a pretty good card. And I'm pretty sure the Murderous Rider is a decent card to have. I will look him up real quick, but I'm going to read him. He is a 3-drop adventure creature. So on the adventure side is an instant cost for 3, same price. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life. So you can see this is a nice foil. Still pretty good. A lot of nice shine, a lot of good color, whole thing. But the showcase is what you want. Still needs decent foil. So his creature ability, he's got lifelink. It says when Murderous Rider dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. So essentially, if you have ways to shuffle your deck and you have 4 of these in here, each time one of them dies, you put it right back in your deck and shuffle again. Maybe find him. You know, it's not a bad. Maybe a good thing to maybe do like a jank deck around. Be able to get him back in your deck on a regular basis, even though he's got lifelink or he could die easily. He's only 2/3. And we've got Mountain and Filler card. Alright, let's go search for this guy. Now, I'm just going to type him in real quick because I don't want to try to figure out where he's at. Murderous Rider, too easy. I don't have the showcase, so I'm not going to click that. Pre-release card. Murderous Rider, Throne of Eldraine, $6 card, and it's a foil. So we'll scroll down and see. Foil is technically worth $7.20 for the listed median. So not bad. There's our first high-end card, higher-end card. I'm not too disappointed. That's pretty good. And we'll... let's just look one more. I think I have. So I wanted to check to make sure I didn't have any other legendaries. So we got Ayara, legendary. All rare, 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 non-legendary, rare, 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 rare. So still no mythic, but that's our first legendary creature as well. Ayara. I'm going to just type her in real quick to see what we got. Bear with me. First of Lochtwain, okay. And she's $3. So, not too far off the beaten path. I mean, I'm not going to go back through. I'm going to, since it didn't take too long, my thing keeps coming up. I guess I should have started looking through all these. But either way, I'm going to check each one of these now. I have a little bit more time. It won't take me much longer to search through them. As long as I don't talk for hours. Unless you guys like listening to me talk. And I think I mentioned this once before in an old video, if you watched, that, yeah, I tend to talk. And if you don't like it, you can tell me, and I'll just laugh at you because you know what, get over it. You either like our videos or you don't, and that's fine. We're not perfect, so deal with it. Overwhelmed Apprentice for that one. Spinning Wheel. Edgewall Inkkeeper. Inkkeeper, it's close. If you just say Inkkeeper without the extra N, it's the shout-out. Innkeeper. Robber of the Rich. Oh, we have a mythic. It's finally got a mythic. It's a 2-drop creature. Robber of the Rich. Human Archer. Rogue. Reach and Haste. He's a 2/2. Whenever Robber of the Rich attacks, if defending player has more cards in hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Not bad at all. So it kind of is like, what was that? Pirate card. I can't think of it. I can see the picture. I can't think of the dang name. It'll come to me eventually, but if it doesn't, no big deal. Make a comment. Tell me what this card is, because I'm gonna forget. But either way, same concept for that one. This one's a little different, but you're able to, when it comes in the field of play, I believe, not when it first attacks, when it first enters the battlefield, you can search, you can pull the top card of their library or something like that, and then you can play that anytime you want for the mana cost. Yeah, it's the same concept. Not bad, and I think this one actually might be a little higher end of two, maybe like $5 or $6. But I might be wrong. It is a mythic, so you never know. Wish it was a foil. Oh, well, pre-release foil's $5.15. Promo pack $4, and I was way under. It's only worth $1.99 at median price, so about $2. It's okay. I'm not gonna cry just yet. And a bear token. See, aren't those tokens cool? Come on, man. I like them. And I'm going to make a mess all over my floor. Don't judge me. You can't see it. That's why it's not in the video. Alright, so we got Animating Fairy. Inquisitive Puppet. Some of these are going to be duplicates, like always. All That Glitters. All That Glitters. And Iron Crag Pyromancer for the next rare. Human Creature 3-drop. I'm a little low. A little high, I mean. Creature, Human Wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Iron Crag Pyromancer deals 3 damage to any target. Not bad. If you got a lot of small cast spells, you can get a little squirrely with that and do some damage. Let's check him out real quick. Iron Crag Pyromancer. I think he's like a 60-cent card. I don't think he's worth much. No, he's way down into the bottom. 30. Not even close. 30 cents. Well, forget you, buddy. Ooh. Wow. I know I just pulled a Questing Beast the other day out of a pack, and it's a $16 card, but this is the foil. Now, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to snag out of these packs right there. Whew. That's just dirty. That's like talking dirty to someone. Can you talk to dirty to someone with magic cards? Like, hey, look what I got for you. So let's go ahead and check that out. I am going to hit it real quick and then read while it pops up. 4-drop, Questing Beast, Legendary Creature Beast, Mythic Rare, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. Questing Beast can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, which is crazy. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. Oh, dirty. When Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Okay, there's a reason why this card is a high value right now, because it's stupid. There's a lot going on here, and that just makes everybody not want this on the battlefield. I wouldn't want it on the battlefield, and I like green creatures. That's pretty gnarly, folks. Alright, so right now the Questing Beast pre-release card, which is a foil with a stamp saying, hey, guess what, is $25. Promo pack one, with a little symbol on it, probably from, what are those packs called? I forget. 18. And Questing Beast, Throne of Eldraine, basic card is 15. The foil, however, is 21. So it's a little less than the pre-release. You'd think it'd have been about the same, but right now $21. So there's our high roller right there. Questing Beast foil. Dang, son. Alright, Human Rogue token. Oh no, my box. Stay up there. Get back. So, hitting a good one already. I still want to see one of these borderless cards. Borderless or extended arts. Haven't got one yet. I need to get one. I need one. Come on. Talk dirty. Show me some more foil Questing Beasts. Talk dirty. I know. I'm silly. Don't worry. Fulmire Knight. Another adventure card. Fairy Vandal. Joust. And Worthy Knight, which is a rare 2-drop human knight. Whenever you cast a knight spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So there's a lot of pluses to this. I mean, if you get a heavy knight deck, you can just start throwing tons of 1/1 creatures out there. And you've already seen some of the cards I've talked about that have bonuses to having creatures out there. Now, this is a white one. The one was about black creatures, was useful for those to come into play. And then the one about having a 1/1 creature when your other creature, but he's a green card. So it just depends. You can call a combination. Not a bad card, can be used. Pretty useful, and he is worthy of being worth how much? How much, you say? Well, let's just find out. And a mountain and an adventure card. Ooh, 90 cents for a pre-release. This guy's going to be worth only 40 cents. Didn't think he'd be worth that much. He's got good value when you put him together with some of the other cards in this set or some of the other sets, I think. But for all intents and purposes, he's kind of pointless. Or worth less to an extent. I shouldn't say these things. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Ooh, this would be a pretty cool. I just feel this card would be a neat foil. This showcase, Flaxen Intruder. See how cool that looks? It's just very unique, very new. I know that Magic's been around for a while, and they've just kind of kept it simple. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to throw in some style. These cards are kind of what got me into the game to begin with. I like the way that they had abilities. They like the way they played. I like to see the artwork, the creatures. It's just kind of cool, man. But that's a neat one right there. And then their Improbable Alliance, Cauldron Familiar, and the Greater Henge, or the Great Henge. There's another high value card. So this is another mythic rare, legendary artifact, 9-drop. Alright, let's see what it says. 9-drop says, this spell costs X less to cast with where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So if you got a 5/5 out there, X is going to cost you what? 4? Okay, not bad. So this card's ability as a legendary artifact, you can tap it and you can add 2 forest. You gain 2 life. So there's a life gain, there's mana gain. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. So now tokens don't apply, but if you have a lot of creature that you can play, low-end creatures in the green field, which you normally don't, but maybe you can do something to make them cheaper. I'm not sure. Haven't seen all the new cards yet. Maybe I have, I don't know. But either way, that's pretty decent. It's a 9-drop, fairly expensive, but it gives you mana and gives you life, and it allows you to plus up some of your creatures that come into field to play. So, pretty useful. And I know it's in there in the decent price range. So let's see. Well, I should have typed in more words. Really? You're gonna make me type out the entire word because you just... see, that's my problem. I typed in too much. For some reason, I thought it was Greater Henge. It's the Great Henge. Dummy! I'm a dummy! Alright, and that one... hold on, where are we at? Throne of Eldraine. Basic Throne... the Great Henge. 1605. So there we go. Decent price for that mythic rare. We're starting to land some of these good ones. And a filler card with an island. I couldn't tell you the total we're sitting at right now, but just on the last couple cards, I think we're closing in on the cost of this box, and I think this one I got for $91 online. So, doing pretty good. Can't complain. Wonder Mare, Glass Casket, Edgewall Innkeeper, or Inkkeeper. Should I get it wrong again on purpose, just because? And Gilded Goose. Now this one's a pretty effective card. I have had this one out of another pack, or some of the ones I got from the eBay purchase, and I've seen it on MTG Arena, and I wasn't too sure on it, and it's pretty effective. If you do the right combination, you get the right setup, this card can be huge. So it's a 1-drop creature bird, 0/2, pretty much useless, but that's fine. It has other abilities. Flying. When Gilded Gilded Goose enters the battlefield, create a food token. So the food token ability it's an artifact with pay 2, tap it, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. But the bonus to having this creature out with your food token, there's other options that apply. So you can pay 1 in a forest, then tap this creature, and you create a food token, which gives you the ability to pay 2 for life. Or if this thing is not tapped on your next turn, you can tap it, sacrifice a food, and you can add a mana. So you can build food tokens with this creature, and then you can tap and then sack them to get you more mana to do other things. Now it only gives you an additional mana, but you'd be surprised how useful that is during a turn when you need that mana build, and you need the extra mana and you got plenty of mana, or if you need to start paying to get life back. So there's a lot of different combinations out there right now that really take advantage of this. Now I haven't been on MTG Arena a lot lately to see some of it, but I'm pretty sure this is an effective card in the gameplay right now. I could be wrong. Maybe just a few people are taking advantage of it, but I think it's up there. Let's check out the goose, or as I called it, the lotus. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Don't worry about me. I'm still learning. And a Gilded Goose. We've got Throne of Eldraine. Looks like about $5. Yeah, $5 is what that is for listed media. So that's not bad. I mean, $5 is $5. Turn around, sell it back to somebody online, or sell it to the store. You won't get the full amount. You'll get a certain percentage, but if you're just wanting to do a lot of buy and trade stuff, trade this stuff in and go get some more boxes to open up. Do your own thing, which I've been kind of doing, but I'm also trying to do a lot of stuff with these videos. And we're going to be doing a lot more fun things, more down to earth, more broken down stuff. Keith's going to really get into the MTG Arena play, and a lot of other things, deck building. That's his thing. He really digs that. I like to build decks too, but he can talk about them much better than I can. So expect those coming up in the future. We got Rally for the Throne, Shiner Chaser, Shiner Chaser. I guess just Shine Chaser. I'm trying to sound like I need to chase some Shiner. Bell of the Brawl, and there's another one, Fabled Passage. I think I talked about this earlier. So Fabled Passage is a land card, rare. You can tap it, sacrifice Fabled Passage, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Then if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. So essentially, you put this in the field of play, tap it, sack it, go search, and if you already have 4 lands, you untap that land. So it's kind of a way to be like, hey, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a way to get the land you need. So if you're missing like a green and you need it to play a big card, you put that on the field, tap it, sack it, pull it back. You have 4 lands, bam, you can play your card off the bat. I mean, it seems kind of dumb when this could just have been a forest to begin with, but it helps you search your deck, and so it's huge. Like especially in some of the combinations out there. I'm probably missing some of these because I haven't played these sets just enough. So maybe I'm missing the big picture with this one, but I can see the usefulness behind it. Alright, Fabled Passage. I think this is a $15 card. We're definitely closing in on, if we're not closed in on $90 by now, we're definitely over it. Pre-release foil is $21. Throne of Eldraine, Fabled Passage, $16. 17 on listed media, 16 market price. So yeah, it's huge. And we do have another foil. Run away together. Let's go. Let's run away. You're my little friend. That's a cool foil. Card's just a common, but it's still cool. And a swamp and another piggy. Sorry, I've got a 5-year-old daughter. I like to make funny animal noises, okay? Just get over it. Alright. Where are we at? Did I skip one? Nope. Straight to the uncommons. Rally for the Throne. I think I saw that one earlier. Did I have a foil? I might have had that foil. I don't know. No big deal. Righteousness. No, I had. Oh, shoot. Too many. Bell of the Brawl. I just had that in the last pack. Come on now. Once Upon a Time. Rare. Now, I thought this was a good one, and I might be right, but I know there was a time in one of these cards, the wording, and I don't know if this is the one. We'll find out in a minute. Instant, 2-drop. If this spell is the first spell you've cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Okay, now that changes things. That definitely gives me an idea that this is a higher valued card. Come on, it's not too. See what the ability is of it. It's a 2-drop, and if it's the first one you're going to cast for the game, especially if you have a 1-drop and you skip it because you want to play this for free, it's huge. So look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So yes, that's definitely huge. So you might have a 1-drop creature, maybe a mana dork, maybe something that could benefit you. But you skip that turn, get your second land out there, play this first spell of the game is free. Go search your library for the creature or land card, which more than likely a creature card unless you want a mana build. But if you want to get a creature out quick, get that 2-drop creature, boom. Played 2 cards in the second turn, and you're rolling. I mean, that's huge. So I'm pretty sure this one's got a probably good value to it. I don't know how high it is. I'm going to put it somewhere between $6 and $10, I think. That's my guess. Oh, and look at that giant. Hey, do you see the beanstalk? I bet y'all didn't pick up on that one, did you? I did. Alright, Once Upon a Time. What do we have here? I could be wrong. I might be way off. Maybe it's the other one. So the foil's $14. Once Upon a Time, Throne of Eldraine. I said 6 to 10. Did I say 6 or did I say 8? A little low. It does 684 at the median. Normal market price 5. So I was in that general range. So 684, not bad. Not too shabby, my friends. Alright. And I only like to really read the cards when the first box I open, because it's like cracking open the set for the first time. And I know a lot of people have seen these cards already. I'm 3 months behind. I apologize. 3.5 months probably. I don't even know the time frame. But that's how I'm going to do these boxes, so get used to it. Fireborn Knight, Keeper of the Fables, Slaying Fire, and Castle Vantress. So here's another one of these rare lands. There's a whole color for each one of these. There usually is, but this time around they're rare. So Castle Vantress has a battlefield tapped unless you control an island. Same concept. This ability, instead of what the other one was, is you pay 4, 2 island and 2 other, and you can tap it and scry 2. So you can look in your deck and try to find some stuff. Also, you can use it for 1 mana, an island mana. Forest and another adventure token. Let's see what Vantress has on the market price. Hey, I forgot the A. Don't forget the A. And minus one of these. Oh my gosh, that's stupid. Castle Vantress. Nothing crazy, but we got a couple bucks out of it. Looks like about $3. $2.66 for the median on that. I don't know. I like the last video is pretty good. I like the way this is coming out sideways like this, because I mean I'm a little off the camera, but you can see what I'm doing, and you see them opening the packages, and you're kind of like, oh, he's pulling those off from the side, and he's getting good cards. Now you see me open them. Resolute Rider, Cauldron's Gift, Witch's Oven. That sounds something straight out of fantasy, right? No, it's not fantasy. It's a folklore, I guess. Fantasy sounds weird when you say it. Witch's Oven. Ooh, and there's one of those. I told you we're getting some good cards. Now this comes in a foil, which is what I want. I want to find it in a pack. I don't want to pay for it because I think it's like a $30 foil. Nobody wants to pay $30 for a foil. They want to find it in a $4 pack or a $90 box. I mean, that's what I would want. But Brazen Borrows is one of the top cards in the game right now, and there's a reason for it. It's pretty useful. So we've got 3-drop, Mythic Rare, Brazen Borrowers, Petty Theft Adventure, instant. It's a 2-drop, so return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So hey, you know what? I don't like that on the field. Put it back in your hand. So now you can play this fairy for flash anytime you want, obviously. And it's 3-drop, so you flying and flash is 3/1. Brazen Borrowers can block only creatures with flying. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot there, but to be able to put somebody's stuff back in their hand for 2 and then be able to play this later down the road for 3, a flash, it's a pretty huge ability. It's a 3/1 flyer. Not bad. Kind of dirty, but not bad. I mean, I don't know. I think there's a combination with this card right now. That's why it's so high in value. I'm going to put that down there. Another Mythic. And I think I was complaining about Mythics. I didn't have any. I think I've drawn like 4 since then. Just kind of one after the other, it seemed like. Alright, since that's the showcase version, you see all the cool border, the neat prettiness. It's going to be a little higher in value because it's more of a special edition. And what do we have here? Pre-release card, foil $30. Like I told you, the foils were $30. The showcase foil, I'm not sure. We'll get to that. I think I have to select showcase. Yeah, see, there's a whole different setup for this. I gotta find it, and I probably need to type in some more because it's gonna be all weird. Sorry, I'm covering the screen with my big fat arm. That's what I do best. So showcase, gotta click on the showcase because it's a whole different set of cards. And the showcase, the listed median normal is $38. That right there is little more than a third of the value of the box I just bought. The foil was $70. I was completely off. The regular card is like $20. The foil is $30, but the showcase $38, $50, and $70. This is why I wanted the foil showcase, because right now I'm crushing on value. That's a huge card in this set. This is why I like this set. Now, not all boxes are going to be this decent. I still have what 15 packs left, or almost 14 packs, and we're already over $120 right now. So I mean, this is ridiculous. Now, you're not going to get this kind of stuff every time you open them. I'm hoping that they do a good variety to where you get at least the value back. But I'm pretty pumped right now. I wish that was the foil, but I can't complain. That's a $40 card. Are you kidding me right now? The only thing I wish is that it would hold its value, like, later down the road. Like, if Magic continues to stay up to par for years and stays good with paper, not just computer, these cards will still hold their value, or maybe have a value to them. But if not, then you kind of like lose the interest in the game, and now suddenly everything is just cardboard. So, being as high value as that is, I don't know what the ratio is. Maybe it's gone up, maybe it's gone down since this deck came out, or this set came out. If it's going up, I'm going to hold on to it, but I'm going to keep my eye. If it starts to plummet, I'm going to try to sell it, get some money out of it, because I may or may not use it in my deck. I don't know. Right now, this is just a box opening, and we're checking the values and seeing what kind of cool stuff we find in here. So far, it's been pretty good. Sire Crash of the Bold, Sire Kara the Bold. So I think I've got all colors now with her. She's the last one. Mysterious Pathlighter, Heraldic Banner, and Outlaws Merchant. Oh, another Mythic Rare. Okay, Mythic Rares are flying off these packs. I will go back at the end and sort these through, and I want to show you how many I got. We'll do some more boxes and some other stuff later. Right now, giveaways are very rare. Got one from the last set. Not rare. We've got stuff to give away, but we want to try to get everybody back on the swing of things with our videos. The last one had one because I was able to get those foils, but I wanted to make sure that was with the set, opening the set. So, Outlaws Merriment, 4-drop, 2 white, 1 red, and any other color. Enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random. So at the beginning of upkeep, you choose one of these options at random. Create a red and white creature token with those characteristics. So you can either create a creature, red and white creature token, that's a 3/1 human warrior with trample and haste, or a 2/1 human cleric with lifelink and haste, or a 1/2 human rogue with haste, and when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. That's kind of sick. It's a 4-drop, and you get to choose. And this game is so based on like opportunity and environment and what's being done at the time, that being able to have these 3 abilities, 3 options to choose from to benefit your gameplay, that's ridiculous. Now I'm guessing this card's going to be fairly decent on the price. I don't know. My brain's not thinking I saw this when I was at the first front of the page, or the first page of valued cards for this set. But that's ridiculous. That's huge. I mean, I've got a red-white commander deck that's based on a lot of creature-like play. It works with Erois, Champion of Victory, or God of Victory, or whatever it is. Erois, yeah, God of Victory. I mean, you know how he works. So, I mean, a red-white, that would be huge, I think, in that deck, because, I mean, it's only one you can get in there for commander, but still, I think it would be tremendous. Now, as far as in standard, we'll see. Is it worth its weight in gold, or in the abilities in gold, I guess you should say? They're not giving any credit, but that's huge. Being able, it's kind of like choose your own adventure, you know? I mean, it's like, hey, to this round, you don't need a 3/1 creature, but next round, you're going to need a 2/1 with lifelink and haste because you're low on life. You know, who knows? But I just feel like that card's got to have more value to it than what it's given right now. They're only got it for $1. Disappointed, but that's okay. I think it's a good card. Choose your own adventure. That's a throwback. Anybody know about that stuff? Holla! Alright, I'm getting goofy. It's late. Drown in the Lock. Already had that one. Once and Future. Decent. Rampart Smasher. And Piper of the Swarm. Heard this one's pretty decent. Piper of the Swarm, creature, human, warlock. Rats you control have menace. Gigantic in the new Rat Colony commander decks. I mean, you can't have a better card, right? Especially if you're piling out freaking rats and they haven't been able to stop it. You throw them on the field. Now they can't block any of them, essentially. I mean, a couple of them, but they're screwed. So rats you control have menace. Pay 2, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Oh my gosh. Pay 4, tap it, sacrifice 3 rats, gain control of target creature. Alright, so that's stupid. I almost feel like it should be a mythic. This is, I mean, the reason probably why it's not is because it's based on rats alone, so it kind of minimizes your abilities and how this game would work. But if this was like any creature and could do anything and they all worked, it would be a sick mythic. And this is not bad. Definitely holding on to this guy because he's got to go in my Rat Colony deck. And I know everybody's probably put a commander deck together, but I put one together in standard. It's no longer standard, so I'm like, might as well keep it together to make it a commander deck. If you don't like me, screw it. I don't care. My friends are going to hate me. Human token. I think she's carrying around some food. I think I see it right there. And that one is Piper. Piper of the Swarm. And it might hold more value, not because of its standard ability, but because of the options with the Rat Colony. Oh, and I misjudged it again. Nobody cares about this card. People are missing the idea. These value people. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because everybody's trying to get them, and they want to put Rat Colony decks together so they don't hold any. There's no value because they're, I don't know. Usually in-demand stuff has higher value because everybody wants them. Or maybe nobody wants to build the rat deck. Maybe they think it's dumb. That's fine. You guys can have fun being dumb. I'm going to build me a rat deck, so shut it! Alright, Spectre Shriek. Oh no! I missed it. Frogify. I think you turned somebody into a frog, maybe? I gotta read this. Enchant creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog creature with base power and toughness of 1. -1 or 1/1, 1/1. Yeah, these cards make you mad, especially when you get like a big beast creature out there and they're like, no, not today. And you're like, oh, come on, please. Alright, Cauldron Familiar and another showcase. This one is a Giant Killer. So this one is a 1-drop creature, but its instant ability is Chop Down, 3-drop, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It's Giant Killer, so 3-drop to kill something 4 or greater. So like if you're building a green deck and they got some big ones, you can pay 3 and knock it clean off the board. Get out of here. 1-drop creature. This creature is a 1/2, has pay 2, tap it, tap target creature. So not only can you destroy something beforehand, you can bring this one to field to play. Now you can pay a little bit and control some of their creatures. That's not bad. That's a useful card in a lot of different ways. Dwarf token. What do we got here? Giant Killer. What do we got? I like the fact that the search thing gets what I'm looking for because it's the new cards in the set. Or new cards released recently. So they're kind of like... I feel like this has moved so far over. How many times have I bumped it? If you can count, it's too many to count. It's ridiculous. Nope, another 20-cent card. Boo-hoo. Alright. I'm getting there, folks. Sorry. Sometimes when I get talking and I really want to get into these cards, you get going. And I'm hoping you want to listen to some of these videos, because I think I'm kind of interesting. Not going to lie. Alright, Clockwork Servant, Rampart Smasher. Some of these are definitely duplicates. We've already went through a lot of these. So when I open up one of my other videos down the road, and it's a bundle, and I've already went over the set, I'm not going to go over the commons. I'm just going to skip through it and go to the rares. And Murderous Rider. We talked about that one earlier, and I believe it was foil. So I'm not going to go over him again. I can't remember what price he was, but we'll put him down there and we'll check that price. Also, we have a Signpost Scarecrow foil common. Nice little foil there. And let's check it real quick. Getting close to the end of this box here. Move this over here. And him by himself. Dang, I went too far. Pre-release. Why are you? Okay, so he's a $6 card. Here's another one we were talking about, because I know I had the foil, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, $6 card, $7 foil. So I got both of them. That's kind of cool. Sometimes I'm like a big collector. If I can get the same stuff in all different versions, so I just need the showcase and showcase foil. There's 4 different versions of this card. Actually 3 if they've got one that's got a borderless or extended art, and get all 5 of them. I think that's just kind of, for me, it's a collecting point. You get one version of the same card, or 5 versions of the same card. It's like a huge collector pot. I like it. I'm doing it. And I don't care what you guys think. I do care what you think. Elite Headhunter, Kenrith's Transformation, Fairy Vandal, and our rare is Folio of Fancies. And this one, artifact card, is a 2-drop. Players have no maximum hand size. That's everybody, folks. Double X cost, tap it, each player draws X cards. Pay 3, tap it, each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of... Hold on a second. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard. So it's a mill. And it says each opponent. So yeah, that's another mill option. So now you pay 2, tap it, and then if they have 5 cards, they got to mill 5. 5 cards, mill 5. That can be real annoying. It's definitely one of those mill option cards. And a human cleric. He's happy. He's got a potion, something. I think he's trying to get you boozed up. Folio of Fancies. I'm not sure about this one. Just don't know. Nah, low end card. It's all good. Cool ability. Definitely worth trying to sneak into my mill deck. Alright, we've got Epic Downfall. Already had that one 3 times, I think. Shepherd of the Flock. Archon of the Absolution, and Linden, the Steadfast Queen. She's a legendary creature, 3-drop. Human Noble, Vigilance. Whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. So you can make that real hugely beneficial, especially in a token deck. So you can just start gaining life like crazy with her on the field of play. Now, she'll probably die. They all do. Anything that's within range and it's too beneficial, like life here and there. Whenever a white creature you control attacks. So, like, literally, if you get stupid and throw out tons of tokens and just swing to swing, even if they all die, you're like, hey, I got 10 1/1 creatures. Let's swing, and then be all like, hey, I just gained 10 life. Got back in the game. What's up? So, I mean, there's a lot of good options with it. And I'm still not getting an extended art. Somebody help me. Yeah, she's 34 cents. 50 cents. She's 50 cents. Come on, somebody out there help me. Pray for me. Do something. Nah, don't pray for me. We don't need to go that crazy. I just want one of these extended arts. That's all. Is that too much to ask? So we got Wintermoor Commander, Sorcerer's Broom. Man, they got a that's a weird broom. It looks like it's creepy. Look at it. I don't even know. It looks kind of like a psychotic Groot. Red Cap Melee, and we have the Cauldron of Eternity. And that is another mythic rare. I'm racking them up, folks. This is a hot box. Hot box. So it's a 12-drop. Jeez, 10 and 2 others. I've seen this card, and the ability is very strange, but there's a way to really make that work for you. There's cards in here that you could see put on the bottom of your deck, but this is what this one does. I think the first half of this ability can be beneficial to no avail, like if you have it set up correctly, but the second part of the ability will work, but you have to have the best setup. Now I'm probably missing it because I haven't put anything together with this deck specifically, or with this card in some of these sets. But let me read it real quick. 12-drop legendary artifact. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. So if you got a lot of creatures, you can drop this off pretty quick. Whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. So instead of them going into the graveyard, which maybe you want to reach back in and get them, they go back in your library. Now you have to be able to shuffle your library to get access to those creatures again, unless there's something I'm missing on one of these cards where you can go and search. I guess searching would help too. You can pay 3, tap it, pay 2 life, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So essentially, what this is going to do, like I said, the first half, once this is put in the field of play, and if you do it with 2 creatures, okay, now it's only going to cost you, 8? So it's still expensive, but you're really only going to be able to put 2 creatures back on the battlefield because you can't put them on the graveyard anymore. So you almost want to play this when you're down at the bottom of the barrel, and you've got 10 creatures in the graveyard, you're hurting, this pulls out of your deck, You put it in your hand, you play down there for like 2, and then now you can start paying 2, tapping it, because, I mean, it's sick. I'm pretty sure you can't. It's an artifact, I guess. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played, but I think you can play it right off the bat. So you can put a creature back on the battlefield. But if you have 10 creatures out there, it doesn't matter at this point in time them going to the bottom of your library, because now you've got 10 to work with in your graveyard. So as long as nobody can flush your graveyard, this is huge late in the game. I do like this card, though. It's a really good drawing, really good art. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just kind of like, pops out at you like, yeah, that card's cool, man. Dang, that was a long spiel on the Cauldron of Eternity. I think it was just more of a, I like the card. Alright, what do we got here on the Cauldron of Eternity? So the standard Throne of Eldraine, Cauldron of Eternity, is only $1. Another mythic. So you've got to get the right mythics in order to have the high value on these, that's for sure. Alright, and I do have a foil back here, so let's check it out. Ooh, Slaying Fire, uncommon foil. That's pretty neat. I like the foils that have like a lot of the bright artwork, because when the foil kicks in, they look it's just really neat. That's pretty cool. That flame and everything. Big fan. Big fan. Mountain and another rat. Hey, buddy. Hey, the first card up is Runaway Together. I think I have that foil. Oh my gosh, I do. Skull Knocker Ogre. Another good 4-drop for my Amplifier deck. Frogify. Grumgully the Generous. Seen that one. And Sorcerer's Spyglass. This is an artifact 2-drop. As Sorcerer's Spyglass enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Now, I know with Sorcerer's Spyglass, I feel like that was something out of the Ixalan or Rivals of Ixalan set, but it wasn't Sorcerer's, it was something else. I don't know if this is a reprint card. It possibly is. Comment, because I don't know. I just feel like I've read it somewhere else other than just this set, and maybe there's other Spyglasses and that's throwing me off. But either way, feel free to investigate that for me and make a comment. And we've got probably a 10-cent card. Oh gosh, spell it right, dude. There we go. I'm down to 6 packs, folks. And that is a 50-cent card. Congratulations, Spyglass. You're a 50-cent card. Proud ya. 6 packs, folks. Alright, we've got Falmir Knight. Showcase card. Cool. Deathless Knight. Venerable Knight. And our rare is Dance of the Mance. Dance of the Mance. Dance of the... I don't know. I'm just singing. X cost with the plains and an island. Return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards, each with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. Oh man, I wish this was not blue. I wish this was green. This would go great in my enchantment deck. I could just start pulling stuff back out of the graveyard. It'd be so amazing. That's okay. Pretty cool though. I like it. It's a nice little card. I don't think it's going to have value. At least it doesn't in my mind. But I've been wrong on like 50 of these cards, so whatever. Can we do the dance? Dance of the Mance. And we have 50 cents-ish. 50 cents-ish. Probably 60, 70 cents on the median. Market value is 55 cents. Why are you not clicking? Get in there. Get in there, you. Yeah, 65. Okay, fair enough. We've got Mystical Dispute again. I think I've disputed that a lot. Enchanted Carriage. Hey, that looks like something I've seen before in a fairy tale or something. Ferocity of the Wilds. And another mythic rare, Embercleave. That's another top one. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going back through this and we're going to go check all my mythics out. Embercleave, legendary artifact equipment, flash. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When Embercleave enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and trample. Yeah, equip 3. That's stupid. It's pricey. It's a 7-drop, but it's useful. Hugely useful. It has flash. So like literally you can be like, I'm going to swing with 4 creatures, pay 2, slap it on something, give it a 1/1, and it has double strike. You just either crushed one of their creatures, or if they couldn't block it, you just smacked them in the mouth for like 10. So there's a reason why that's high valued. That's an excellent mythic card. I wish it was a foil. I do. Island, and another piggy. It's funny. It's like, hey, I'm going to put this creature out. I'm going to create a boar, but it's a little pot-bellied pig-looking thing. I hope it doesn't bite, but it is useful. When it dies, create a food token, I guess, 1/1. Kind of like a chump blocker, so you can get a token. It's cool. It is whatever's. Ember Cleave. I'm going to put EMB. Boom, too easy. First card up there, essentially. Alright, so pre-release 15. Throne of Eldraine. Non-foil. Let's see what the foil would have been. Probably $15. Yeah, the 13.35 for that mythic rare. Foil was 15.88. Still haven't got my stinking borderless. Dude, I better get one. I got 4 packs. I'm so sad right now. Somebody talk dirty to me again. Makes me feel good. Steel Claw Lance. I like these artifact equipments. They were like big in some of the older sets. I'm glad they're coming back. They're my fave. Revenge of the Ravens. Beanstalk Giant. Got it. And Lochmer Serpent. So this is a 6-drop, black and blue, 4 extras. Creature with flash. Serpent. It's a 7/7. Ew. Tap an island. Sacrifice an island. Lochmer Serpent can't be blocked this turn. So you lose a land and you tap 1. So you're losing 2 lands, but permanently 1, and now it's a 7/7 unblockable. Yikes. Swamp it. Sacrifice a swamp. You gain 1 life and draw a card. So you can lose another land, tap a land, gain a life, draw a card. Or pay both. Exile 5 target cards from an opponent's graveyard. Return Lochmer Serpent from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Okay, that's ridiculous. Now, granted, the abilities can be a little bit overwhelming, but if you have a decent mana build, which is kind of hard to do in blue and black, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't remember it being that excessive. You can get a lot of draw to build your mana, but you're going to start losing stuff on this ability. But if this thing gets put in the graveyard, especially if you start hitting them, like if you'll say you're loaded in mana, like blue mana, you got all kinds of blue mana to sacrifice, and you can swing at them with 7, and they can't get rid of it, but they do, put it back in your hand and get rid of their graveyard, essentially, some of their graveyard. So this card's kind of stupid. I like it. It's actually a lot of cool abilities. Don't know where I would put it in one of my black-blue decks that I put together, but I bet you it's pretty useful. There's probably a lot of people out there playing with this one. Some jank style. You know how we like our janks. It's a little mousey. What's he got there? It's a needle, but it looks like he's got a little tiny sucker. Apparently the mice can eat candy. Nah, it's a needle. I'm just messing. Alright, we have Serpent. Let's see if I can just go with Serpent. It's going to give it to me. Oh, it does! I'm so pumped. I like it when stuff works out. And my table has shifted a lot, and I apologize. I feel like we're spinning in circles. Ooh, they did not give it much value. Dang, that's low end. That's like 20 cents, man. That's depressing. I kind of like it. It's a lot of cost, but that can be stupid mean. It's one of those cards that you get out there late in the game if the game goes that late. Not a fast card, not, you know, I don't know what for red they call them, but a red deck that's fast. It's not fast, doesn't have to be fast, but sometimes if you're stuck in a game that's forever long, that guy would change it real quick. Be like, oh, what just happened? Oh my gosh. Hypnotic Spire. That's a fairy, weird fairy. Cool. I want this foil. I don't think I've got this one. I'm not sure. I'll have to check my list on stuff that I bought. I don't know if I got this one, but you can just look at it. The artwork, it's really kind of real detailed. Tiny little fairy, black and white, kind of unique. That foil is probably legit, not gonna lie. Kenrith's Transformation. Wach Dragon. Oh, I feel a foil back here. No, I don't. And we've got the Acclaimed Commander, or Contender. So he is a 3-drop human knight creature. When Acclaimed Contender enters a battlefield, if you control another knight, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a knight aura or equipment or legendary artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. So that's useful. 3-drop, 3/3 creature lets you see the top part of your deck. when he enters the battlefield. So it's pretty useful. But you have to control another knight, so that'll definitely get you moving along if you've got knights going. Get some stuff happening. Alright, only a couple more. Let's see. Acclaimed Contender. Get out of there, card. Got 2 more packs, people. 2 more packs. And he's low end also. Disappointing. I think he's got some good value to him, but you'd have to really build strictly tribal deck with just straight knights to get a good use out of that guy. But pretty useful, I think. Oh man, I got a foil. Yay. So we got Sire, Kara of the Blood. Already had her. Oh, just threw that card. A little too far than I wanted to. Get on the stack. Deafening Silence. Nochti. Bognati. And Stormfist Crusade. Crusader. It's a black-red. 2-drop creature human knight menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. Huh. At the beginning of your upkeep. So everybody gets to draw a card. So you get 2 cards on your turn, but everybody else gets to draw, but they lose a life also. So, I don't know, you can probably make that work to your benefit. Youthful Knight Foil. Nice and shiny. Hey guys, I'm youthful. I'm a shiny foil. And then the food token and an island. I don't think this is going to have much, but we'll check it just because I've checked all of them essentially. Stormfist Crusader. 1 pack left, folks. Oh, and I have not got a borderless card. These were probably harder to get than you think. I've only been pumped up about it because every time I've opened a box that had a special edition card, I got one. I got what I was looking for. Like, you know, I think I've only opened 2 boxes of Unstable ever on video. Maybe just 1. And I opened one previous, and I got Foil Land. And I opened a box of Aether Revolt, got one of the high-end artifact foil cards. I forget, I'm trying to think what they're called, but got that. I opened Oath of Gatewatch, one of the box. Was that Battle for Zendikar? I don't know, but I've got all those special limited edition ones that they were releasing. And these are the special edition ones I want. I need one, and I have not got one. I don't want to open 3 boxes for one. I just want one. Just want one. Is it so much to ask? Why are you making fun of me? Alright, Covetous Urge. Inspiring Veteran. Turn into a pumpkin. And our rare is Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Legendary creature, 3-drop. Merfolk Wizard. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. When Emry, Lurker of the Loch enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Tap it, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. Artifact stuff's coming back, it looks like. So we got a new artifact person here. So not bad. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with this, especially if you're going to go heavy artifact. Don't know what she's worth. Maybe not much. She's only a regular rare, not a mythic. If it's a mythic, rare, legendary, maybe a little bit more. But I don't know. Let's check her out. I didn't get my my borderless or my extended art, so I'm hurt inside. I was hoping I'd draw them, but hey, I did get a showcase Brazen Borrower, which is huge. It's a $40 card, so I'm not completely disappointed. This box was actually excellent. So I'm gonna go back through here and check out my stuff. Oh, she's a little up there. Foil's higher. She's worth $2. So let's check out these mythic rares. Let's see how many we got. Just because we're curious, aren't we? I know somebody's curious. I think there's a lot less than what I thought. I felt like they just kept rolling off. Did I overlook one? Anybody know? Maybe I'm wrong. You can go through and count them for me after I'm done. But right now, all I've got Embercleave, got Outlaw's Merriment, the Cauldron of Eternity, Brazen Borrower, Greater Hinge, and Robber of the Reich. Oh, forgot. I got a Questing Beast foil. Can't forget about Big Bad Daddy. Let's see. Hold on. Questing Beast foil. I think that's the only other one that's a Mythic rare. So there you go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a foil. That's pretty dirty, man. That's not a bad box at all. That right there, I think all those together is like 150 bucks. So rock on to me. And that's just Mythics. So really good box. Hope you enjoyed this opening. I'm not sure. I might keep these a tiny bit extended. I talk a lot, but like I get some detailed information out. We'll talk about the cards a little bit, or I'll talk about them. You can comment what you want. We'll go from there. We might shorten them up, might not. I don't know. But for right now, this is what we're doing. So appreciate you watching this video, guys, and catch you on the next one. Deuces.